Hmm. Don't know why, but I feel so very musically inclined today. Hmm. Don't know why. Happy Friday, everybody. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my little thing I did last night. It really was something I have been meaning to do for a while, but there were a few things I was concerned with. One, I'll be honest, I don't really care for how I sound on camera. I mean, you know, I always sound like, I don't know why, but I always sound like I'm so lethargic or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel lethargic. I don't really feel like out of it or anything. And whenever I sing, I mean, it sounds a little bit better than that, but it still doesn't really sound the greatest to me. I don't know. Um, Personally, whenever anyone told me that I was a good singer, I just simply took their word for it. Now, while I do think I am good, I in no way think I'm like the greatest. Not even close. You know, I think like the highest praise I ever got was probably around like during my senior year at Horseheads and sometime at Trinity Pauling, but that was about it. Like, throughout the years, I've met like a lot of very, very good singers, all of which are easily better than I am. Although, I like to think that, I don't think I'm bad either, so, yeah. That being said, yeah, I'm really excited for the Steven Universe movie to come out. I hope it's good. I mean, September 2nd, so just, less than a month, actually. That should be really cool. Um, I'm sorry, what? I'm trying to think, because today's Friday. I'm trying to think of what day of the week the 2nd is. Today's Friday the 9th, 16th, 23, the 30. They're going to show it on a Monday? Well, I guess for the most part, technically, most students will still be out of school for what little summer there is left. So, I suppose that works. I mean, some schools are going to start in like August, which, if that's the case, I don't really know what to tell you there. It shouldn't be. I mean, if that if they are going to show that movie, they should probably do it like hopefully at an earlier hour, so it gives like students who are in school an opportunity to like get their homework finished, so they can, you know, be able to watch it, but not so early that, it would ruin the aesthetic of watching a movie at nighttime. Also, it should be early enough where, afterwards you can pretty much just go to bed and, get your 8 hours of sleep and go to school the next morning. Unless, is that weekend Labor Day? It might be. I, I never memorize a calendar, so I really wouldn't know that. But if it was if it was Labor Day weekend, then at best case scenario, you would have off of school that day, but you'd have school the next day. Because I don't think they take a week off for Labor Day. I wish they did. Make my summer longer if I was a kid. Again, I always really didn't like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was really happy that, you know, I always had pretty good summers throughout my life, but I always hated August. I did, because I knew that going back to school was like directly on the horizon, and I hated that so much. And like with all the back to school commercials, stuff like that, it just infuriated me even more. I mean, pretty obvious I'm over it now. I mean, I'm a grown man. I don't go to school anymore. And I don't really, I shouldn't say I don't miss school at all. There are some things about school that I did love and I'll always, treasure. But at the same time, school really wasn't incredibly fun for me either. So, take it for what it's worth. Yeah, that's all. So then, I am so sorry that I didn't even realize that I forgot the preseason is this. Well, it's technically already started, but NFL games already started. I could have made picks, and I didn't. So let's see if. So there's actually some games that I have no idea who played last night. So I'll see. I mean, again, it's only preseason, so honestly, I normally wouldn't make picks about this, anyway. Especially when you consider the fact that the vast majority of the teams in the NFL already played. And again, it's preseason, so we didn't really get any of their starters playing for very long. So, they can be fresh for the regular season. I mean, the only thing I knew for a fact is that my Dallas Cowboys don't play until, Saturday night at, the last possible time of day. So even if I was interested in watching and telling you who I was going to pick, it was going to be obvious who I was going to pick, there's no point in doing that. I mean, I'm looking at the games for today, and there's only 2 games playing. When you had, a bunch of them play, the vast majority of the teams in the NFL had a preseason game yesterday. They're going to have 2 today and 3 tomorrow. So, even though I technically really wouldn't do a pick for preseason, why not? I guess I could probably do that. So, let's see. The Buccaneers and the Steelers. Well, I guess considering that, I really think the Steelers have a lot to prove. And I think they're really going to come out strong in spite of, they're going to do that despite Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. That's a team on a mission. And while I'm not a Steelers fan by any means, in fact, I really don't like the Steelers, I do know that if I were them, I would take what Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown did to us and use that as, motivation to, move forward. So, I guess I'll pick the Steelers for this. And the Vikings and the Saints. Seriously, it's like they're trying to recreate the Minneapolis Miracle. I mean, last year they did play against each other because they were both number 1 in their respective divisions, so of course they had to play each other. But yeah, the Vikings and the Saints are really starting to play each other a lot. Which, I mean, let's see, Drew Brees or Kirk Cousins? I like Kirk Cousins, but Drew Brees is a Super Bowl champion. He would have gotten MVP if not for Patrick Mahomes. And I like him too. Yeah, I think I'll pick the Saints for that. So, yeah. I guess you could call these mock picks, I suppose. Again, it's preseason. The fact that the only reason why I'm even talking about it now is because I just remembered that it was a thing. I mean, again, the only thing that people care about in preseason is, what rookies or, walk-ons or undrafted people, are trying out and see if they make the 53-man roster. Or at the very least the practice squad, which, again, actually, I've said this before, but a certain member of the 16 of the left actually did get drafted into the NFL and eventually did get to the practice squad. First he was drafted to the San Francisco 49ers. Then he played for Tampa Bay. Then he played for the Saints. And he was on the practice squad for all 3 of them. Right now, he's actually a huge advocate for trying to get for football to be more widely known in Mexico, because he actually grew up in Mexico. He did, and I am pronouncing it correctly. It's Mexico. Okay, that's how it's pronounced, and that's how I'm going to say it correctly. I mean, Even though, yes, Mexico would be technically easier to pronounce, and therefore people would probably know what I'm talking about. But yes, Mexico is the right way to say it. There you go. Or was I? Oh yeah. And yeah, he actually has a really great story. Oh, it's a little bit sad because when his parents moved down to Mexico, they were given the option of living on like the English speaking area or the Spanish speaking area, and they actually opted to choose to live in the Spanish speaking area, as they felt that it would be more culturally enriching for them to do. And I think it turned out for the better. I mean, when I knew this guy at Trinity Pauling, he didn't really speak Spanish at all. But I think we could tell like he was, culturally aware of everything going on around. I mean, Trinity Pauling itself was a melting pot. You had students from all over the world, practically. I had a bunch of them from South Korea. A few from Canada, a few from India. So yeah, lots of students Trinity Pauling. So holy cow! I guess in a way, living in Mexico would have ultimately helped this guy become head prefect when I was there. Could be. That'd be sweet if it was. Not that I didn't already have respect for him, but now I even have a great respect for the guy, if that was the case. Whatever. I mean, he may have gotten drafted in the NFL. He may have been a Stanford star. Yeah, he played football for Stanford. But to me, he'll always be, my head prefect. This guy was our Optimus Prime. In fact, the only reason why I don't refer to myself as Optimus Prime is because, well, I think my brothers would be rather disappointed that I took it instead of the guy I'm referring to, who it really does belong to. And plus, this guy was a born leader. In fact, I look to this guy for strength and example every day. So, yeah. Just like with Andrew Einstein and Sean Bertanza. So, I'm not getting emotional or anything. I'm losing my train of thought right now. Let's see, what else do I talk about? All right, yesterday's episode of Hot Ones. Okay. Kristen Bell is awesome. I mean, not that wasn't already established, but Kristen Bell is awesome. There were questions where, she's fact-checking her husband. She actually got a math question right that he got wrong in his episode. She's pondering morality. This is a really great episode. And you know what? I'm glad that this is a great penultimate episode before going into the finale, which, it's weird. After watching Feast Mansion, they promoted what the episode was going to be, and then they used the hashtag 88rising. To be honest, I don't really know what 88rising is, other than the fact that it's a group. But I don't really, or some sort of thing. But from what I hear, it should be, again, they wouldn't have an episode like this for the season finale unless they had something big planned. Which, now that I think about it, yeah, it's the season finale. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But it is what it is. Hopefully there won't be such a long wait in between seasons and we can get going with season 10. It'll be 10 seasons. It's going to be sweet. I will admit I haven't seen every episode of Hot Ones. In fact, it was around season 4 when I really started to watch it. But, as soon as I started watching, I watched a lot of the other episodes from previous seasons. So, I definitely would say I am a huge fan of the show. That I'm not going to deny that. In fact, honestly, the only reason why I haven't been on the show yet, or haven't been trying to get on the show yet, is because I have no idea how to go about doing it. But that's okay. Obviously, if I was ever asked to do it, of course I would. It'd be awesome. Get to Get to eat hot wings. You know, I love wings, so that's always cool. But, yep. Honestly, don't really have many plans for this weekend. I mean, today is Friday, so, you know, I get my obligatory Friday Ritas, which is going to be awesome. And, yeah, that's about it for now. Not really, not much else to talk about, other than the fact that, sadly, there is no One Piece chapter this week in the manga. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was one of those situations where the specific chapter that I was reading didn't say that they were going to be on break. And they're on break this week because Weekly Shonen Jump is on break as a whole, which I keep forgetting around this time of year that they always do that. But the problem is, A, they're never upfront about it. So that's why I was upset about it first. I only figured out because I watch the Grand Line reviews, and he reviews every chapter that comes out, and obviously gives away spoilers. See, that's why I put a link to the chapter in the description. I don't want to give away spoilers. But, you know, he talks about what the chapter is like and how he feels about it, and that's where I found out that they're going to be on break. So, again, Shonen is never upfront about when they are on break. And again, they do this every year. As in, very long period of time. Long time enough for me to forget, actually. No. But, next week we'll be back in the swing of things. It's going to be awesome. And, yeah. Also, let me know what you guys thought about my Nicktoons idea. Because I would like to do that more. Although I gotta find a way to work around getting potentially copyrighted. Unfortunately, here's the thing. When I did it, I was basically doing karaoke. That's what I was doing. But, again, because I have no idea how to work music, I have no idea how to do anything. I just felt like, you know, serenading to you guys. But let me know if you guys liked it, because I would like to do more. I really would. So, you know, keep an eye out for more coming up, and also keep an eye out for Watch Wano. It's back on. I mean, I'm going to watch episode 894 today, so stick around for that. But, you know, now that the anime is back to showing more episodes in Wano, I'll be able to do that even more. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, follow me on social media platforms. I'm humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping you all have a wonderful Friday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.